What up, dog gang? It's your boy X, man, and I'm back with another banger, man. This one a little different. This a little crazy one, man. I read the title. I ain't want to watch it without y'all, so I'm gonna get into this off the rip. You hear me? So let's get into it, man.
Good, how are you, sir? Why don't you say, Dad, can I talk to you for a second?
This is Myia Marcano's father. He hadn't heard from his daughter since she sent a text message at 5:06 p.m. saying she's about to go into her apartment, not knowing this would be the last time they'd speak.
Before you gone, why did it take so long for that to happen?
What do you mean?
To get people to actually come out and actually...
At first, nothing about her disappearance made sense, but as the search intensified, detectives would uncover a plan that had been hiding inside the apartment complex the entire time. And by the time the truth finally surfaced, Myia's parents would realize they had unknowingly come face to face with the killer before police ever did. It started as a routine evening. On September 24th, 2021, 19-year-old Myia Marcano left the leasing office at the apartment complex where she lived and worked in Orlando, Florida. She was supposed to catch a flight later that night, but when Myia never arrived at the airport, her family knew something was off, and by the next morning, made a frantic 911 call.
Orange County Sheriff's Office. This line is being recorded. This is Operator Winstead. How may I help you?
Hi, good night. I'm calling to find out if I can have a wellness check, please. She was supposed to board a flight to go to Fort Lauderdale. The last anybody spoke to her, she was waiting on an Uber to go to the airport. Her phone has been turned off. And I called Uber, and they won't give me any information. I just wanted to know if an Uber picked her up or not.
When was the flight supposed to take off?
Hold on one second. I think at 7:50 or 8 o'clock, something around there. And it was a Southwest airline. I don't know the airline number or any
Oh, that's fine. And when's the last time you spoke with her?
The last time I spoke to her was earlier today. The last anybody made contact with her was at after 5, almost going to 6, when she's like, I'm waiting for the Uber to go to the airport. And then from then, her phone has been completely shut off or dead. We're not sure.
One full day had passed, and still, there was no word from Myia. That's when her family stopped waiting and traveled from Pompano Beach, Florida to the apartment complex themselves. And when they arrived, they called officers to the scene in hopes of finding her.
After she left work yesterday, 5 p.m., nobody has seen her.
I can read you the exact
We must be around COVID or something. They got that COVID mask on.
Inside the apartment, I live in Fort Lauderdale. So I had to drive up here last night. But I gave permission to her roommate to go inside her room. Her door was locked, but the deputy that came up last night, he walked out to the back, and the deputy, opened the window and let the girl go in.
Okay.
They had a bookshelf that was jammed against the door.
Okay.
So like if somebody was trying to open in,
It's not gonna open. Yeah.
the locks on her window, in her room.
Your daughter's window.
So
Yeah.
it's locked across.
Okay.
The rest are locked on the living room windows, those are fine. So we saw the bookshelf jammed against the thing. We saw her jewelry, her chain was on the floor.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was ripped off her neck. A couple of her bracelets. The bed had shifted. They had a pillow with a minor blood stain on it. You don't know if it's new, if it was old.
Nobody sleep with that dirty ass pillow. Clearly that shit new.
Which she never leaves to go anywhere without. She doesn't leave nowhere, you know?
Yeah.
As Myia's father, Marlon Marcano, speaks, he describes what he saw the night he arrived at her apartment. When he entered Myia's room, he noticed the window security locks were broken, jewelry scattered across the floor, and bloodstains on her pillow. However, it wouldn't take long for Marlon to suspect that whoever did this wasn't a stranger at all, but someone who worked inside the very apartment complex Myia lived in.
That he saw them having an argument yesterday.
Who, your daughter or?
His daughter and the
maintenance guy.
Your daughter and the maintenance guy.
Yeah, a couple of people.
What time was that
I
around?
don't know if it was my daughter. I'm going nuts around that motherfucker. You feel me, gang? I'm talking. I'm
You
going
can clearly
crazy.
see on his face that he's been in a fight. Like you can see the left side of his face is swollen, right? Like you can see he has like minor scratch marks on him, and he's saying he wasn't in a fight.
And that was when you told deputies all that?
The deputies were here.
The deputy.
Okay.
Ain't no way in the world I'm hearing all this crazy shit about the maintenance man. And you got scratches on you? Man, listen here, gang. I'm on your ass. The Pop's too calm for me. You feel me? He too calm. I've been all over that nigga like white on rice. You
As
hear me?
officers continued speaking with Marlon, more details began to surface. Myia had recently had a confrontation with a maintenance worker at the complex. Her family was convinced this wasn't a coincidence, but suspicion alone wasn't enough for police to act. And with Myia still missing, officers knew time was no
That's
longer
fucked up,
on their
man.
side. That meant officers had to identify the maintenance worker immediately and figure out exactly what the family knew.
Did anybody around the apartment hear anything?
We just talked to all the neighbors on the first floor. This is Mia's apartment. This apartment said they were home from about 5 to 8. They saw the maintenance guy in the backyard with several other guys, but they didn't hear any screaming or anything like that. She said, but we did see. And then she gave the description of this guy, tall, slim, light-skinned, short haircut, but in sweatpants. The other neighbor said he was home with his girlfriend. He didn't hear anything, but he woke up when the cops came, whatever time last night, the first time that they came. We're up to now 5 females in this community that have all given the same description of this guy, saying that he has entered their apartments without work orders. One girl across the street that has
So
a
he
pit
been
bull
around
in the
that
shower
motherfucker
into
tripping
her
for
apartment.
sure.
The pit bull charged at him. She ran out and locked her door. He was still standing at the door. When she asked him, can I help you? He said, don't you have a work order for your dishwasher? She said no. She reported it to the office. This girl next door also said the same thing. Maintenance has a habit of coming into their apartments unannounced, and she has had an issue. There's a couple across the street said the same thing. They now have a dog. They said the dog alerts them anytime someone is at the door.
With a maintenance worker now on their radar, officers began digging into who he was and where he'd been. And it wouldn't take long before they uncovered
They
something
too
so
calm
deliberate,
for me to be
so
knowing it's the
calculated,
maintenance man,
that it
though,
sent
gang.
shockwaves through the entire complex. However, officers still hadn't grasped the full depth of what they were dealing with. The initial information was fragmented, the timeline unclear, and nothing concrete pointed to where Myia could be. As concerns grew, the first responding officer relayed what little they had to supervisors, then returned to Mia's family because something about this case still didn't add up.
So has she ever ran away or anything like that? Does she have a history?
Why would she run away from her own crib, gang? That just don't make no sense. Police be saying some dumbass shit, man.
How often does she usually contact you? Is it like on a day-to-day?
No, we all speak to her every day. She
Day-to-day,
talks to her father
texts,
all day.
calls.
Somebody in the family every day.
She talks to her grandmother all day. I talk to her maybe 2 to 3 times a week. She used to live with me for years.
Okay.
Yeah, she would not go
Like,
without
she-
contacting somebody.
Even if her phone, she lost her phone and she was in Walmart, she would find a stranger and say,
And if
I need
her
to call my
phone
dad.
died,
She's
exactly, she would, hey, can I plug it in?
Yeah.
She's one of those young people who's always on the phone.
Yeah, okay.
So the phone wouldn't even die.
Okay.
Eventually, as hours passed, detectives agreed this was no longer a routine missing persons case. They told Marlon they would take over and begin investigating what really happened to Myia. However, Marlon grew frustrated. From his perspective, time was slipping away, and every delay felt like another chance for the truth to disappear. And what detectives were about to uncover would prove that Mia's disappearance was far more calculated than anyone first believed.
Okay. We'll make sure we all have a job here. I'm going to talk to the family here in just a minute, but I want to get a little more background on what we got. I'm going to start
They
getting more
too
people
calm
here.
for me.
If you could do me a favor, would you be able to start heading to the apartment? I'm going to relieve you because I'm going to need you here. I need to figure out who is inside there. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, please call persons. Which one's mom? I need to talk to mom and dad. I don't need to talk about everybody.
The ad right there with the blue, with the black and team on the shirt.
Oh, gotcha.
It's too quiet for me around that bitch.
Good, how are you, sir? Mind saying, Dad? Can I talk to you for a second? All right, so I want to kind of give it so I don't have to tell everybody. So I want to be, if I could use you as a point of contact, does that work?
Yes.
Okay, I want to give you the first information since you're your dad.
Before you go on, why did it take so long for that to happen?
What do you mean?
To get people to actually come out and actually.
So when they took the original report, they didn't have the information that we have today. So, but I can't speak on behalf because I was not there last night when this report came through. So when my guys came out here, they got information, they called us, and now you see that we have more people coming out. Okay. So, but I'll clarify, I'll get you answers for that. Okay. The one thing I want to know is the apartment. Is there anybody else in the apartment? Can I talk to him for just 1 second, sir? Is there anybody else in the apartment at all?
Right now?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think her roommate is on her way home.
Is there anybody else? Who was all in the apartment?
Who stays in the apartment?
No, who was in the apartment today as a family?
Nobody went in today. Last night when we got here, well, in the wee hours of the morning, I would say like 2, 3 o'clock this morning. It was me, my son, her grandmother, grandfather.
Do you guys know primarily what you guys did in the apartment? The only reason why is because if there's some evidence in there, it's already been touched. I want to make sure I can clarify what you guys said you did.
The only thing that we did was picked up the jewelry that was on the floor. The deputy last night, he took the box cutter. There was a box cutter that was found under her rug. So my theory as to what happened is that she was in the bathroom, or maybe she was now getting home. Either she was in the bathroom or she was now getting home. And the person was under the bed.
Damn.
Okay.
The person was under the bed, and that's where they had the box cutter and everything.
So when you say they, what's leading you to say they?
Well, they. When I say they,
okay,
I mean, that's just how
I got you.
The person, startled her because I have a picture on my phone I can show you.
Let me ask you this, so I can get this working. Who has control of her? Is she on someone else's plan?
She's on my mother's plan.
Okay. Has anybody ordered some of the records or anything like that?
We tried looking at it on the app, but we have not called them. Well, we tried calling them, but we were getting a little runaround. So
You know who
I'm
you're
trying to
supposed
see what the officer's trying to get at.
Okay. Can I get authority from you to go get those records?
Definitely.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll give that to the detective so they can get that.
The person who we suspect is somebody who works here.
I heard about it. Okay.
The maintenance guy.
With all directions pointing toward the apartment complex's maintenance worker, officers began digging into his records, trying to determine whether the family's suspicions were justified or if this was another lead that would fall apart. While one team moved to the apartment complex's main office, where both Myia and the maintenance worker were employed, hoping to track his movements. At the same time, another group of officers canvassed nearby apartments, questioning neighbors, searching for anything that might expose what really happened that night.
Would you happen to know anything about the girl that went missing?
No idea. I've heard about it on social media as well.
Okay. Thanks. Hey, quick question.
How you doing?
Yeah,
no problem.
Do you know anything about the girl that went missing?
Nothing at all. I've seen you guys out front. I feel really bad. I wanted to ask, but I don't know who she is.
He looked weird as hell. He did it. He did it, gang. I don't give a fuck. He came out too timid, closed the door, up on it. I don't know. He just look a little weird to me, gang.
Yeah, but beyond that, I don't know anything.
All right. Do you have any roommates that might know?
I live next door.
Oh, you live next door.
They're both sleeping, and they know just as much as I do. Has there been any progress at all?
I'm not sure. I'm just going door to door trying to get as much information
So it's
as I
sad
can.
to see. I've seen them camped out all day.
So are they here? Or?
They are. I can ask them if they're like we're all like a friend group, and none of us. We've been talking about this all day.
Okay.
Well, man, go get him. With your whole ass. What the fuck he on?
You can ask them same questions or whatever questions you want. But
Sure, you can see if they want to just
you
step
get the
out.
same stuff.
All right.
The fuck you got a skillet for? Yeah. He did it.
Hey guys, are you the only two that live here?
There's one more.
There's a third one, but I think he's sleeping.
All right, no problem. So just going door to door asking if you guys know anything about the girl that went missing.
Would not.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't even know who she was.
Okay. Well, if you hear anything, just the flyers are all over.
I don't know. They all look weird to me. I don't know. I don't know, gang. They all know what's going on. They look weird to me,
So
nigga.
you live here by yourself, or you got?
I live with my girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I was at the forest and I wasn't here.
Okay.
I came back in the morning, I saw a bunch of cops outside, but that's all I saw.
Okay. All right, well, if you do hear anything at all, just give us a call.
Oh, sure.
Thanks.
While one team went door to door questioning neighbors, they came up empty. No one had seen anything. No one had heard anything. However, they all heard about the missing girl. But back at the leasing office, the lead officer noticed something that didn't sit right. And for the first time since Myia vanished, the case finally began to crack.
And this is where, this is not, this is that. That's my on-call maintenance fob at 4:34.
But that's before, correct?
Yes, but I don't understand why he would have been there. The only thing I can think of, and I'll have to
Is
go-
that the maintenance person that,
So the on-call that is the one that they're concerned about.
and that's him?
Yeah, he's on call right now. And he
Is it the
also-
same guy? Is it the Armando?
Yeah. And it looks like it was used at 2:20, and it was also used at 2:14.
And is there a thing where maintenance is able to go inside without?
So the fob that they have that he used, so he has his own fob, right?
Yeah.
And it will say like Armando Calibler or whatever. And those fobs are literally set for business hours, so they only work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then if you're on call, we have an on-call fob. That is going to give 24-hour access, because if somebody calls in at,
2 o'clock in the
2
morning.
in the morning, their fob won't work, so they have to use the maintenance on-call fob in order to get in.
Suspicion quickly began circling around the maintenance worker, a man named Armando. Records showed he was the on-call maintenance employee that day, meaning he had access to tools and key fobs
I
that
think
could grant
everybody did it
entry
till
to
they
nearly
proved
any
who did it.
unit in the complex. And according to the leasing office, something stood out. Armando had been inside the building earlier that day, just hours before Myia disappeared. Meanwhile, as officers went door to door questioning neighbors, a troubling pattern started to emerge. Several residents recognized Armando's name, and more than one described him as someone who often behaved outside the norm.
I was talking to the armed security about 2 days ago, so the day after it happened, and they said that they think it could have been maintenance, and I just told them like my experience with maintenance. I'm not sure if they told you, but I had maintenance come in my apartment about a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I hadn't put in a report. I had just gotten out of the shower too, and I hear knocking and maintenance. I didn't want to answer it because I didn't put in a report. And then I heard the door open and I heard it close. I asked my boyfriend and I called him if it was him, but he was gone at work. He said, no, it's not me. And then when I went out, they were still out there knocking, but I did hear the door open and close. But I have a pit bull, so I feel like he might have just scared him away.
Did you reach out to the supervisor?
No, I didn't contact the leasing office about it because I just brushed it off, and then when this happened and the aunt was telling me that it could have been security or
Don't nobody got guns? Like, don't nobody, I don't know. I just how I think. Like, I don't go to the bathroom without that bitch on me. You feel me? I'm talking about, like, I think every woman should carry a firearm, gang. If you can go get your concealed permit, man. If you can legally go get your firearm, go get your firearm, man. Because niggas be so weird outside.
maintenance. And the other girls in the apartments nearby have had like the same problems coming up, like because I was talking to security as well. That's when I brought it up,
Wait, how long ago was this?
A couple weeks ago, maybe.
A while back?
Now, as more information surfaced about Armando, residents started coming forward, describing strange encounters, saying Armando would show up unannounced, letting himself into apartments when no one expected him. But even with the whispers piling up, officers knew suspicion alone wasn't enough. They'd seen promising leads fall apart before. Back at the leasing office, officers tried to answer one critical question. Had Myia requested maintenance that day? If she had, Armando's presence in her apartment might have an innocent explanation. But if she hadn't, then there was no legitimate reason for him to be there at all. And whatever answer they found next would either clear his name or quietly confirm the worst suspicions everyone was already afraid to say out loud.
What's the fucking rule?
ass fucking bitch. You can't say shit to me. In the car. Fucking shut the fuck up.
Now, imagine seeing so much more. Well, that's why we went all out and decided to create channels in every niche, which are still based on true crime for you to enjoy. I mean, who doesn't like seeing people's reactions like these?
Y'all spit on you. I wanna cry. Oh my god.
Hey, Jesus. From no commentary to just interrogation. Armando had last been seen, and even locating where he lived. They brought that information straight to police, but as Marlon pieced things together, another suspicion began to form, that Armando might not have been the only one involved, and that someone else inside the complex knew more than they were saying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got a lead about this apartment. We had some dogs out here earlier. One particular apartment, the dog hit the door twice.
Okay.
We knocked on the door, said she heard whispering. Nobody answered or anything like that. Asking if you guys can go check and see.
We can knock on the door. I can't boot.
Right.
Yeah, I can't force my way into the door or anything. We can knock on the door. If they open the door, we don't have any grounds to search the apartment or anything like that. I can stand by as a facilitator if you'd like to talk to them if they answer the door. But I can't force my way in or force a search on it. It's 1833, correct? That's that over there? Okay. Hey, how's it going, man? How are you? Good. Actually, I have somebody downstairs. You want to go ahead and get him? You live here?
Yes, I live here and my cousin lives here.
Okay.
What's going on?
So, not in any trouble or anything. Basically, I'm sure you've seen the reports of the missing girl we're currently searching for. So her family's obviously been looking all over. They had some information. I guess they got something that she it had something that she may have been around this area. So that was all I know. Her father's gonna come up. He just wanted to ask you something. It's not something we can really get involved in. We're just kind of, at the request, knocking on the door. So that's all.
People knocked on the door, they didn't answer it. Hello? Why is that? You've been here all day?
I work at home.
Yeah, you've been here all day and people been knocking on your door and you didn't answer it.
I answered for the police officer the first police officer that came in for me through here. And the second knock that I heard,
You're good. Keep going.
So I can't stop the patient.
At the end of the day, people been knocking on his door and he hasn't answered the door and he's been here.
Well, sir, at the end of the day, it's not illegal not to answer
I
your door.
understand that. I understand. And there was a dog that came out here, a send dog, tracking the missing girl and picked up on this apartment. If you don't mind if I could come in and just look, I'll be happy and we'll be done. I'll be out your way and that's it. If you allow me to do that with them here, when we come in and look, and we keep it moving. Cool with that? Cool with that? Yeah.
Eventually, Marlon went inside the house, hoping to find something, anything that might explain where Myia had gone. But what he found led nowhere. There were no signs of Myia, and no evidence tying the neighbor to her disappearance. Time was slipping, and officers knew they couldn't afford to stand still. So the focus shifted back to one person who kept resurfacing, Armando. That same day, the investigation split in two, with one team headed out to track down the last place Armando had been seen, while another moved toward his residence, knowing that if Myia was going to be found, the answers were likely waiting there, and whatever they were about to uncover would change this case entirely.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, is Armando here? Okay. Do you know if he's going to be back sometime soon?
I don't know, man. I'm checking me and my girl.
Well, it's your roommate, though, right? I'm assuming, because you're opening the door.
That's my nigga right there, but shit,
Man, shut your bitch ass up. I hate extra tough ass niggas.
He's not in any type of trouble. I just wanted to talk to him because we're talking to all the employees at the apartment complex, and he's not there.
know what's going on. He's not here, though, man.
Okay.
Call him up.
No, I mean, call it. I'll give you my number if you could have him.
I got his number, yeah. That's why I said I'll call him up.
Okay. Can I get his number so if he doesn't answer, I can give a call too?
When officers arrived at the residence, Armando was nowhere to be found.
How you just giving niggas numbers? I'd be mad as hell if somebody gave the police my motherfucking number. What? If you my homeboy, you got the police my number? We ain't cool no more, gang.
The only person inside was his roommate, who claimed he knew about Mia's disappearance, but said he had no idea where Armando was or when he had last seen him. Things weren't looking good for Armando. Every detail kept circling back to him. He was the last person known to be inside Mia's apartment. Family members claimed he had been watching her for weeks, and now no one could say where he'd gone. The red flags were piling.
So they all knew he was watching her for weeks. Why ain't nobody do shit, say shit, give her some type of protection or anything? Like, I'm not understanding. It's not making sense. Did y'all just find out he was watching her for weeks, or did y'all been knew this? Like,
up. But then, one family member revealed something crucial. They had followed Armando the last time he was seen, and with that information, officers were led straight to the location.
Okay, this is Detective Rambo and Detective Fisher. We're here with, can you state your name for me, sir? All right. Now, you said you followed somebody here last night. Who'd you follow here last night? Or yesterday?
Armando, yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
Turn left onto Montego Lane. Then the destination is on your
Where
right.
these people are standing right here.
Okay. Try not to be too overt, but
this house right here.
Okay.
That's Armando's car. That's Armando's car.
Which car?
The gray car.
Okay.
Detectives didn't yet have enough to move in on.
How you that green where you don't even know a nigga following you though? Like, motherfuckers' awareness skills are just all bad, man.
On him directly. What they did have was Armando's last known location. As 2 days passed with no sign of her, the investigation stalled. So officers turned back to the people Myia was closest to, her grandmother, her aunt, and her grandfather, hoping someone remembered a detail they'd missed.
So, I don't know much about everything that's going on, I'm not gonna lie. We're here to help the persons detectives during the daytime. So they sent me out here just to ask a couple questions because we're trying everything we possibly can. So we're trying to follow every lead, you know. And I know you guys are doing your own thing also on top of that. I don't know if you guys have had any luck either.
I mean, we kind of were doing our own thing just based upon where we kind of knew she was.
Yeah.
Garden Villas. We walked around there. We canvassed there. We talked to as many people as we could. We went back to his place. Same thing. Tried to canvass there. More so with the posters and that kind of thing, just to bring awareness to the people around. But at the end of the day, we're just like at a dead end, you know?
Yeah, and you guys are trying to do everything you can, whereas we're trying to do everything we can.
Frustrating.
I understand.
And every time it gets dark, it makes it feel worse. You know what I mean?
Did you go into Maya's apartment?
Yes,
You did? Okay. How did you guys get in? What's the story behind that?
The police, the security took us into the room.
Okay, and were the police there?
Was he there at the time? I don't know.
Do you know how many people went in there?
Remember. Okay, so it was myself, it was Dad, Joy, her grandma, Norm, Kaylee, Simi. Did Anna and Marvin go in?
Do you know if anything was taken out of her apartment?
No, we didn't take it. Not from us.
Nobody took anything?
We didn't take anything. We all had gloves on.
Okay.
And I did go through her things. I took my phone and I used a flashlight. I actually was the one who found the things on the floor because I actually went on the floor.
Okay.
Right? Because again, I wasn't comfortable. Do you understand what I'm saying? With what the officer was saying. So
you felt something was wrong.
Yes. So I went on the floor and you could see, I took pictures and I submitted them to the police. The pillow looked like it had blood on it to me. The officer said he felt like it was old blood. I didn't think that. I felt like it was somebody who tried to wipe it out, but they didn't use Clorox cleanup. How do I know this? Because I'm a woman, and unfortunately, women go through things every month where we may have an accident, and I'm somebody that will try to clean it. So I know what it looks like when you've tried to clean it and it's old.
Right.
It takes on like a brownish. You're a policeman, so you know what I'm talking about.
I do, yes.
You understand? But this was pinkish.
It is. Once a lot of people get involved, sometimes it's too many chiefs, you know?
Yeah, and no Indians. And
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's really is. Yeah. And then everybody's so in such a fragile emotional state that you don't want to, you know, because it's easy for little things to kick off like this.
It's a very stressful time, yes.
With officers piecing together the aunt's role that day, they turned next to Mia's grandmother, hoping her answers might fill in the gaps everyone else couldn't.
So first, on the 24th, did you go into Mia's apartment at all? Okay, you did. Did you remove anything from inside the apartment at all? No? Okay. Did you remove Mia's phone from the apartment? Okay. Did you ever see it or anything like that? Okay. Do you know, she keeps it on her, obviously, normally. She keeps it on her normally, obviously. Okay. Do you have access to Myia or Armando's phone records? No?
Yeah, I have access to Mia's.
Do you have access to Mia's?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you have access to it? Are you...
Because I'm the primary.
You're the primary?
Account, and I have a line for her and her brother and my sister on mine.
Okay. All right. Did you call T-Mobile to activate any phone belonging to Myia since the...
To activate it?
Yes.
No.
No?
I called to find out when was the last time she made a call out when I was trying to call her.
Okay.
Couldn't get.
Okay. Are you aware of anyone using Mia's phone or her iCloud account? Okay. Like I said, this is pretty much it. We're just trying to narrow down a few things here, okay? Have you you don't no idea where the phone is? Her phone?
No.
You never saw it?
No.
And you never took it from the apartment?
No.
Okay. And you have no idea where it is now?
No.
Okay, the reason I ask is, so that phone could be the one thing to be able to lead us to where she may be. Okay. So I don't know if it's if anybody, if you want to go back and talk to other people and be like, hey, like, where's this phone at, or where could it be? Because
I guarantee you that none of us would have.
Okay. Raise your hand. You swear and affirm everything you told me is true and correct? All right. You think of your question?
What's the point? They do that?
All right, but that's then.
They make you put your hand up and shit. Now, when the fuck they start doing that?
I think we're good to go then.
That must be some Miami shit.
Head back. I appreciate your time.
With that, officers were able to gather more information. However, they needed to find Mia's phone. At this point, it was the only thing that could tell them where she was. And yet, the phone was nowhere to be found. So detectives turned to the person closest to her, Mia's grandfather. If anyone knew something that hadn't been said yet, it would be him.
Who is that to you?
My granddaughter.
Granddaughter. Okay.
My wife told me that Mia's coming home, and she might have to go and pick her up off the airport. So I said, okay, you can go ahead. I'm tired, but she said no problem. So she wanted to go somewhere before, so we went out. I went out and took her to dinner, and then she kept on telling me Mia's not answering her phone. She's not answering her phone.
Yeah.
Right. So I said, I got upset because it's not like her.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know something is wrong. I felt it, but I didn't want to tell my wife anything. Okay. So she said, I'm going to go to the airport and wait until she comes in on the flight.
Okay.
I know it was bad. Okay. Because that amount of time with her not being in contact with us, it's not like her.
Okay.
Okay? It's not like her. So?
The pillowcases weren't on the pillows
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then she showed me blood.
Okay, where was the blood?
The blood was on the pillow.
Blood was on the pillow, okay.
It wasn't much, but it was like if somebody got whacked around, bloody lip, a bloody nose. It was like that. Do you understand?
Okay.
So I'm getting real pissed now because this guy left and I want to know what's going on.
Yes.
You know.
I understand.
But we stayed. I went to the office when they was open. I want to to show you something.
What time did you go inside Mia's apartment?
It was about 7 o'clock.
In the morning or the night?
Yeah, in the morning.
In the morning. Okay. So when you guys came up, you guys stayed up straight through.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't sleep until the following day.
Okay. Can you please raise your right hand for me? All right. Do you swear and affirm everything you've told me today is true and correct?
Everything I told you is true and correct.
All right. Ms. Norman, I appreciate it. I'm sorry again for the late notice, quick interview, but like I said,
I want to know if he put his hand up and was lying, like what the fuck was gonna happen? Like what do that prove? You know what I'm saying?
it's going to be a quick re-interview just to get some more information, see what we're putting together a whole bunch of stuff. So, all right, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
After officers finished interviewing all 3 family members, their stories matched. Each of them had been inside Mia's apartment on the day she vanished. They admitted that, in their panic, some items had been picked up and moved while they searched for anything that looked out of place. At first, it felt like progress, but that hope quickly faded, because despite everything being checked, Mia's cell phone was still missing. And without it, investigators were right back where they started. 5 days had passed since anyone had last seen or heard from Myia, and still, detectives didn't have enough to directly question Armando. With no probable cause, the investigation began to stall. So detectives tried a different angle. Instead of chasing Armando himself, they started searching the places he worked, the maintenance areas, storage rooms, and tool sheds across the complex, hoping something he touched or left behind would finally point them to Myia.
How long you worked here, right? This property, we tried for only like 7 years. It's open, I open it.
Yep, that's fine.
I have my lunch there. On that
So you've been in here like today, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's fine.
They just came here just to have lunch and clocking out.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Good to check it to make sure.
And to the right side will be the laundry room. You know,
These are just
everybody
rooms
have
that
access
everybody-
to.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Everybody
so,
has access?
So that's pretty much,
While the head maintenance worker guided one group of officers through the complex's work areas, another team of detectives moved door to door, opening locked rooms and hidden spaces, hoping that behind one of them, they'd finally find Myia.
9LD3. Three is empty.
Stuff in here.
Yeah.
What key, I'm sorry?
110.
Yep.
With still no luck, the second team stayed with the head maintenance worker, expanding the search to the areas where maintenance carts and vehicles were kept, checking for any sign of foul play.
Garage, we have fridges, dryers, and all this.
All right, got it. So this one is...
It's where they should park the golf cart and have a couple tools around.
So you said it's only going to be... How many supposed to be in here?
2 golf.
2? Okay. One is his, one
is
is
the other guy.
Do you know the number that's supposed to be his or no?
Or like is the way to identify it?
No, I know. As soon as I open the garage, I told you that's his golf cart and that's the other golf cart, which should be Noel, the other guy.
How would you know though? It's like
I know to see the golf carts.
But it's like
let's just let him open it and he'll tell us which one it is and we'll go from there. Okay.
You can go ahead and open up the garage door.
Well, this is crazy, gang. Like extra crazy.
All right, man, step back. Just point out with the fingers. Point.
I'm not gonna get in.
Don't step in there. Don't step in there. Don't step in there. Don't step in there.
That is golf.
That one right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's Noel.
Noel. All right.
He's an older man, like 52.
You guys just step out for just a second out of my picture.
Eventually, nothing turned up in any of the areas they searched. But while one group came up empty, the other noticed something off. Tucked away inside the complex was a door that stood out, closed, locked, and sealed, as if it had been intentionally secured to keep anyone from going inside. And at that moment, detectives realized this search wasn't over. With every search coming up empty, investigators were running out of options. Every lead had collapsed. Every door they opened led to nothing, and that left them with only one move. If Armando wasn't going to be found, then they needed to get him to come back on his own. The next day, officers began thinking strategically. Because whatever had happened to Myia, it was becoming clear this next move would either break the case wide open or lead them back to square one.
So just like not contact him because
I won't.
We might do the have him come by to drop off the key and then we talk to him.
So here's the thing, if I don't have him drop off the key, I have to, and I can do this too, but I'd have to create what's called a cancel key and go to every single apartment door with that cancel key and put it on in order to deactivate this. It's the only way to deactivate that one is by having the thought of tracing it.
With no solid leads left, officers needed one last move to bring Armando out willingly, so they came up with a plan. They called Armando and told him to return the main key fob to the complex. That would be their chance to speak with him face to face. Armando agreed, but only if he could come late at night, believing fewer people would be around. What he didn't realize was that not only officers were already waiting, but Myia's entire family.
But no one knows Tati. You keep mentioning Tati and no one knows Tati.
And you get a call,
the
all of a
roommates
sudden,
don't even know Tati.
You've been sleeping since 10 o'clock and all of a sudden you're showing up here at 4 o'clock in the morning looking for me.
Tati were conversating about it, so it came up.
But
Should
Tati
I go and
is
see
someone,
if I see anything?
No one knows Tati. That's my whole thing.
Man, my cousins would have been beating Buddy ass right now. Like on his ass, beating shit down that boy leg. You hear me? Police gonna do shit.
Not even the roommate knows Tati. She's an employee, but you keep saying Tati is a friend and that you've all hung out together. No one here knows Tati. All her other friends showed up. Her closest friends that live in the complex were all here with us early on. No one knows Tati. Only you. Whoever Tati is, and Tati's on the phone, she shouldn't even be on the phone right now. As of right now, you have sent obsessive texts to Myia. We have all seen the texts. You talked about giving her your life savings. You cash out her money, and you claim that you weren't in touch. It's on text.
I never
As a
said
matter of
that.
fact, we're going to get a police report to pull your phone records if that's the case.
Oh, you tricking.
There's evidence of obsession.
You're fascinated with
It's
me. It's not only from my side, so don't try to make this.
No one's saying that. It takes
She's not here to defend herself right now, so
obviously
we gotta
she's
talk to
missing.
you.
So we're talking to you, who've been going back and forth
I
on
understand
text.
that. That is your family.
Right.
But until we figure out what's going on, just don't beat me up.
Nobody ain't beating you up.
If I'm guilty,
Well,
why would I
you put
come
yourself in the middle right here. You brought yourself over here.
Because we're concerned.
You're concerned. Why weren't you concerned hours ago?
I just found out.
All right, cool, no problem.
So
In
how
the
did,
first
so
few
how did,
hours,
how did Tati find out?
we didn't think it was serious. I don't even know how Tati found out.
Somebody's missing and you don't think it's serious.
Someone
maybe
that
they hanging out. They got this place right here. They go downtown. I don't know. Maybe her phone's off. I don't know what she did.
Eventually, detectives recovered text messages between Myia and Armando, and in those messages, everything changed. They showed just how persistent he had been, how often Myia tried to shut him down, and how clearly she wanted nothing to do with him. What once looked like suspicion was now starting to look like motive. And in an already disturbing case, it became clear Armando's role was far bigger than anyone believed. With that, officers wasted no time and made their way to Armando Caballero's apartment in Winter Park. What waited for them inside was something no one was prepared for. Armando Caballero was later found dead inside his apartment. Officers determined he had died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but what shocked investigators even more was that he left behind a written suicide note. In that note, Armando admitted responsibility. Caballero was later found dead inside his apartment, far bigger than anyone believed.
What, gang? He ain't off himself.
With that, officers wasted no time and made their way to Armando Caballero's apartment in Winter Park. What waited for them inside was something no one was prepared for. Armando Caballero was later found dead inside his apartment. Officers determined he had died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but what shocked investigators even more was that he left behind a written suicide note. In that note, Armando admitted responsibility for Myia Marcano's death. He wrote that he was sorry for what he had done. That very next day, during an emergency response team search at the Timberscan Apartments in a disturbed grassy area leading down to a lake, a red purse was located right by a body, and detectives found an ID in the wallet inside. Later that day, investigators confirmed the remains belonged to Myia Marcano. By the time she was found, her body was nearly completely skeletonized, indicating she had been exposed to the elements for an extended period of time. Due to the advanced state of decomposition, the medical examiner was unable to determine an exact cause of death. There were no definitive signs that could establish how Myia was killed, only the devastating confirmation that her death was a homicide.
What? I didn't expect that to happen. He done killed himself. You dweeb. He took the easy way out. You dweeb. You fucking lame, man. Y'all gotta... Men, we gotta do better, gang. Y'all gotta do better. Cause I ain't know no weirdo shit like that. Y'all gotta do better than that, man. Ladies, go get you a blick, man. Go get you a gun. Ain't no motherfucking way. Dog. That's fucked up, but that's it. We're gonna wrap this on up, man. Like I said, make sure y'all give me I want 5. Can I get 500 likes? Give me 500 likes. And we good. Go ahead, subscribe, man, and keep supporting my page. Until next time, gang. In a minute.